All right. Last where we left off, you guys, the party, you guys were separating again. You guys were trying to figure out what is going on. There's something very suspicious going on in the town, especially around Gallenford's household and his family. You all, Gallenford and Nix, explore the manor some more. Nix went into Gallenford's mom's room and just had a very unique encounter with her where she stood and where she sat and stared at herself in the mirror in the dark in her darkened room, and then she went in to her walk-in closet where she found dolls of like lifelike dolls of Gallenford and his siblings when they were at a young age. Um, Thinking that the doll may be important, next you went and took Gallenford's doll away from her as a cat and tried to escape with it. Unfortunately, you were unsuccessful to get the doll completely away. Um, Galford, you gave the doll back to your mom, and the whole hysterical thing. Your father went in and tried to calm her down. You riled up the entire guards. Mason, you were exploring the larder looking for clues, and in there you found it seems like a secret wine room where all the good wine is locked away behind cages. Unfortunately, you were unable to get a bottle, but you made your way back up while invisible. Oh, and you did hear some gossip between some household maids that the surprise for this year's festival is supposed to be the most grand yet, and they're all looking forward to it. Nobody knows what it is, but it's supposed to be memorable. You made your way invisible, back to Gallenford's room and reconvened with Gallenford and Nix, and kind of you guys discussed what was going on. Caradwin and Stig, you guys were about the city, and Stig using Morgan. You heard some gossip between the guards that they don't believe Gallenford is actually Gallenford, and that they have their orders, and some other people have separate orders from the normal guards. You don't know who or what. Eventually, Stig, you caused a commotion between the guards where you guys slipped away and climbed your way up the side of the clock tower to get all the way to the top, and you guys made your way inside to investigate. Stig, you found nothing of the ordinary, but however, Caradwin, you spotted something behind some crates and whatnot, and this is where we pick up. Caradwin, you walk behind some crates, and you do see what seems to be a lot of artillery shells, firework artillery shells, in this in the clock tower itself.
And they all look like firework shells, or do some of them look like they might be more dangerous?
They, knowing what you know a little bit about fireworks and being from a dwarven city and whatnot, you believe that the way that they're shaped and formed are like artillery shells that belong to fireworks. They're not like pointed or bullet formed.
Okay.
But these are like big ones. These are like, for a finale at the 4th of July.
Well, Stig, this will be quite the celebration, at the very least. Some big explosions.
Just to check, Chris, this triangular area down here, this is the manor?
Yes. Okay. This is the what you're looking at is the map, the current map, not the final map of the town that you're in. And yes, this Walden Triangle is the Stilonzo's estate. You got the manor, you got the stables, and then you got the family mausoleum. And in the center of town, that is the clock tower.
So we have all these fireworks. Um, are there lower floors below us? Or are we on like the ground floor?
There's other floors behind you, underneath you, but they're like so they can work on the clock tower. There's metal grates and whatnot, and obviously a large staircase going all the way down. But you're like on the top floor, other than the stage up above you that you came from.
Well, I think we should go lower then to see if we can find anything else of interest in here besides the fireworks.
How do they set these things off?
Are there mortars in here to fire the fireworks, or is it just the shells?
There's the mortars as well. There's all the equipment that they need for the show at the clock tower.
Ah, there.
Yeah, I think we should go lower and see if there's anything else in here.
Lead the way. Stig will be facing like the opposite direction when he says it because he can't see Caradwin.
And Stig, as I recall, you're still invisible.
Yes, we're both still invisible.
I'll go to the ladder and say, all right, I'm at the ladder. I'm going to climb down.
Where's the ladder?
The ladder's not invisible, I am. Or do you just not know where it's at? Just turn directionally west.
West. Got it.
Follow the sound of my voice.
There's too much echo in here. I can't follow your voice. Anyway, we go downstairs.
Following the stairs down, all you find really are tools and equipment to work on the clock tower if needed.
So that's on the next floor lower, or that's just what we see as we go?
It's just what you see as
you.
you descend and continue to look.
Okay.
Has the clock tower in any way been tampered? Like, is there a device set up to trigger at a certain time?
You can give me an investigation check, Stig.
Can I help him with that if he calls it out that he's looking for it?
Sure.
I assume I'll have advantage on this investigation?
Yes. The only tampering you have noticed as you're kind of looking around for a device is most likely, again, as you're going up and down, you notice there are some things is to set off the fireworks for the show at the end once the clock strikes 12 at midnight. But there's no... Other than that, there's no really like sabotage or whatnot, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay, so Stig will just assume that they've got somebody who's watching the clock and will ignite it in here.
I guess we'll keep going down to the bottom floor.
You know what just struck me, Caradwin? He says, trying to pause you, but you're still invisible. I hope you're still here.
Yes, I shout from like 10 feet below.
Do we know that those those fireworks actually contain fireworks?
No, I had that thought as well, but I figured we'd check out the floors first, and if there's nothing suspicious, then we could check out the fireworks. I mean, there's got to be something in here.
Right.
I'm just looking for the obvious thing first, and then if we can't find the obvious thing, I'll look for the not so obvious thing.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Coming.
All right. So you guys continue again, continuing down the floors. All you really find are just kind of tools and just a lot of stairs going all the way down to the ground floor.
Once we hit the ground floor, I'm going to use a charge of this to see if there's any hidden doors or traps.
Okay. You do find something. Your wand pings. And it points towards the back of the room to the floor.
I will go investigate to see if this is a trap or a secret door, because it does not specify that the wand tells me what it is.
Nope.
So I will investigate and see if I can determine what its actual purpose is.
Okay.
Whatever this thing is.
I will give you an investigation check with advantage. because of the wand of secrets. Oh wow.
Double crit.
It is not trapped. However, you do find what seems to be a secret trap door.
Stig, this is what I meant by the obvious thing. Even though I have a wand that tells me where it's at.
You point at the well-concealed door, and he goes, "What?" I don't see.
Can you just help me lift the floor? And I'll try to like see if we can lift the floor in some way, or if there's a contraption to open it or something.
Say, give me a perception check to try to find Caradwin when she says, "Help me lift the floor."
I'll start like slapping the ground.
Good enough.
Okay.
You.
I was waiting for you to signify what part of the floor he's trying to lift.
Yeah. So you're like, help me lift the floor. So you just try to find some handholds, and you're like, no, over here.
I drew a little spot in the dust on the floor that I need you to stand in.
So, yes, Stig, you find out where Caradwin is, and she draws out the square on the floor, and you guys lift together to reveal a trap door and a secret tunnel.
Gasp.
Secret,
Now we're getting somewhere.
secret tunnel. God damn.
Well, I guess we're invisible, so I guess it doesn't matter who goes first, and I'll just start climbing down.
Yes. So
Okay.
does that mean you're going first,
Yes.
Caradwin?
Yes. I'm in the hole.
Oh,
Hello.
okay, I'm coming.
It is dark. There is no light source. But you could definitely tell with the light shining in through it. It's not that deep. It's probably about 10 feet deep, or 15 feet deep.
Ooh. Is there light down here or no?
No, there's no light.
Well, I think I have to say goodbye to invisibility to make light in here. If I even have a light cantrip, actually. Let me check. I don't. Stig, do you have any torches?
I do actually. I have a torch and a tinderbox.
Oh, actually, I have goggles of night. I forgot about that, so I can see. We can either hold hands or you can light a torch. I'll leave it up to you.
Stig will just place a hand on your shoulder and he goes, this should work for me.
All right, let's trudge along.
All right. So a floating torch leads you down the path. Well, never mind.
We did not light a torch.
That's right. Sig, you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys make your way down the dark tunnel. The lid to the secret tunnel closes behind you, and as it does, you hear the clock tower go off as another hour has gone by.
Dun dun dun.
Downward. Oh.
Sorry. When the door closes, you feel Stig grip your shoulder a little bit tighter. He's like, so he's gonna just make small talk.
What's your fear, Stig?
What's that?
What's your fear? Is it? Are you claustrophobic?
No. His fear is that he's scared of being alone in the dark.
Oh, and we're invisible.
All right.
Why he's making small talk.
Down first, Mason and Nyx. What are you doing as as the commotion is still active but not on high alert in the manor? And you're all in Galliford's room, I believe.
Yes, is anyone still invisible?
Yes, Caradwin and Stig are.
Mason is not.
I'm a little suspicious that my brother's room is suddenly locked up, and a little suspicious of that doll as well. I would like to try and get it, but it's too hectic right now. Any thoughts?
Oh, I don't know if I can be of much help. I mean, I can cause more distractions, but I don't think your mom wants to see me anymore.
What would it take to get into your brother's room? Do we just need to pick the lock or going through the outside window?
I think picking the lock will do. I guess I can still freely walk the halls. I can double check to see if there's a lot of movement around his room. I'll be right back and I'll alert you if I notice anything odd or routines.
Okay.
Okay. As Galliford leaves, I'm just gonna start snooping around his room.
Okay.
What are you doing, Mason?
Just snooping a little bit.
Oh, why? Is there something you're looking for?
Dirt.
No, just bored.
He's
See if we can bring up any like embarrassing pictures from his childhood or something.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. As I go and try to snoop it too.
They're looking for dirt. You guys found a jar of dirt. You don't know why.
A jar of dirt. Oh, wait, I can. Maybe if I take some dirt out, I can see where it came from.
Next to it, there's a tale about a pirate and a small black pearl.
Mason and Nix, give me investigation checks.
Okay. That checks out.
What? Excuse me. Galliford, what would Mason find that would be embarrassing of yours? That would be of a childhood thing. Maybe some old porno magazines.
You would probably see a magazine that's called Swords Weekly, but all the fancy swords are being held by Fae models who are showing them off.
I'm gonna quickly close that and put it back where I found it, and make sure Nick didn't see anything.
Mason, you're like, what the hell? And you know how you tip it sideways and that one really big picture unfrills?
Is that picture just like a Chinese dragon?
A sexy Chinese dragon wielding a sword.
I think I'm done snooping.
Downford, you're walking about the manor, trying to get a feel for what's going on. What do you do?
I first head more towards my brother Aether's room, just to see if there's a lot of movements down that hall.
Is it in this? I don't. No, but there is now a guard standing back at his post by the room.
I'll kind of just walk past like that wasn't my destination and give him like a nod. I think I would probably make like a one walk around everything just to get an idea of where the guards are all posted and where they're focused at.
Okay. There's a guard guarding your brother's room. There's two guards outside both your parents' bedroom and outside your father's study. There's obviously two guards at the main entrance in the foyer, and just a few patrolling around the house. They all kind of give you a glance. You know, not a friendly glance, but then they just continue on with their duty.
How are the Stursando guards' uniforms? Like, are they fully armored or are there?
Think of them a bit like the royal guards for the Queen of England, or now the King of England. You know, with the neck, the hat, that I can't remember what the thing they wear around their necks. The hat with the feather type, like the ones that ride on the carriage. You know, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're a bit dressed like that, but they do have a breastplate underneath, and do have a short sword, but they also have their halberds.
I'll kind of just walk up to one car and just be like, so, are they still printing the Sword Weekly magazines?
Yes, they are. No, I do not have the latest issue. I'm sure you can find one in town.
Alright. So has everything been pretty interesting over the years here?
It's been the same. Well, until you arrived.
Well, be nice to try and shift the moods. Is there anything that the others are into? Maybe I can find some things to help boost the spirits of the rest of the guards.
Nothing you can do at the moment. Now, if you excuse me, I got work to do. And he goes and he kind of he brushes you off, like it gives you the cold shoulder, and continues on his patrol.
Man, they used to be so much friendlier when I was younger.
Yeah. Things are not the same.
Is there anywhere in the house I would know that's like a break room for the guards, or has like a list of all their names or anything?
Not really. They would probably have their barracks probably outside of the manor, but nothing in the manor itself.
Alright, I think the last thing I would do before heading back to the room is, if I get to a new hall, if I can notice a group of them, I would just try to listen in before I'm spotted or noticed, just to see if there's anything that they're talking about that I'm unaware of.
Okay. While in the manor, they seem, and you're keeping an eye on them, especially like you mentioned in the hall and the foyer. They seem very intent on doing their job. They seem they're not chit chatting. Is because they're on duty essentially, and knowing your father being kind of like your father keeps a tight grip or on duty, so they're not really standing around, and having a gossip conversation.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the room. They don't have name tags on their uniforms, do they?
Nope.
And these are all newer guards, none that I recognize from when I was younger.
Yeah, you don't recognize any of them.
Man, I can't even do a prank. Okay, I head back to the room.
All right. While Mason and Nix are snooping around playing some cards, and Galliford is going through the manor, Stig and Caradwin, after a good while, you eventually come to the end of the tunnel. And you find not a wooden ladder like you found in the clock tower, but some stone steps going up.
Stone steps going back up.
Hey, where do these stairs lead?
How much time has passed, by the way, in total?
Honestly, if you're walking at normal speed, well, probably going slower because Stig is clutching onto you, making small talk. Probably about, again with Stig, probably about 30 minutes.
Okay, so invisibility would still, if we account for going up the tower, seeing the fireworks, and then going through here, we maybe have like 15 to 20 minutes left on invisibility.
How long does invisibility last?
1 hour.
You will probably about have 15 minutes left, yes.
Okay. Well, we can follow this, but if we find an entrance or a door somewhere, then we should probably recast invisibility if we want to remain hidden.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Fair enough, just giving a fair warning.
Alright. So you go up the stairs, and from where you are, you see an obvious door on your end.
Could Stig roughly estimate how far they've traveled?
You could give me you could try to give me a survival check. Yeah.
Nope.
Again, you're too busy chit chatting with Caradwin and grasping onto her to really try to figure out how far you were traveling.
Check the door, see if it's locked.
I'll check the door and see if it's locked.
Not locked, but you do see an obvious switch to open the door.
Ooh. Can I... Let's see, did I use this yet today? Let me check my sheet real quick. I have not. If we still... Oh, we don't have much longer on invisibility. I won't cast this then, at least not yet. Yeah, I'll trigger the switch.
Okay. The door opens,
and we explode.
out from you. And
Oh.
you see this wine room with wine in cages and a massive dining table in the center of it.
Well, Stig, do you know which direction we went? Because we could have ended up either under the manor or in some random person's house.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
That is true. Let's keep exploring.
You enter the room, and again, you do see an obvious door on your side. But you're in a wine room, and Karen, you're looking around, and these are wines that you would probably see higher ups drink. You've seen like some of your professors would covet some of these wines.
Yeah, these are like 100-year-old vintages, and
Yes.
elven wine forged when the last elven archmage was barely a child.
But not elven, Eladrin wines.
Oh, Eladrin one. Yes, that's true. That's even more OG.
Yes.
Shit, this place is loaded. Stig. I am going to be a little proactive because I don't want us to get Does it look like there's anybody? Like nobody's here, correct?
Yeah, you. It's just you and Stig in the room, and the room is lit. But it's just,
Okay.
It's just you and Stig in the room.
First things first, I'm going to use my, I think it's my Awakened Spellbook, to let me cast Detect Magic as a ritual, but only take the action to do it. It won't take me a full 10 minutes. It'll just take an action.
Okay.
I think it's my Awakened Spellbook that does that. Yeah. I can cast a ritual using the normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes.
You will become visible.
I will. I'm going to first cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything in the room that is magical that could fuck with us. And if there's nothing in the room or along the walls that are like anti-invisibility things, there's no magic in here, then I will recast invisibility in a second.
You find an iron flask. No. There's nothing radiating magic in this room.
These are
All
all
right.
potions.
Then I will recast invisibility at a 3rd level to get me and Stig another hour of time as invisible creatures.
Okay.
And then we can take time to explore around here. There's nothing magical, I guess. Stig, we can try the door. And since is this? That's concentration. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, they cancel each other. Okay, so I cast that. No magic. Dispel. Detect magic. Cast invisibility again.
You know, Caradwin, where's Morgan? Do you think Morgan would be able to locate you?
But if I leave her here, Morgan is usually with me. So I could leave her here. But if as far as like finding me, that's a good point.
It's like, where is Morgan? Cut to back at the tavern.
Actually, I don't know where Morgan's at because I don't have her token with me. I don't remember if I had her surveying the town at the last session or if I brought her with me.
I believe you were still surveying, and you guys went down inside and explored, and you just never called her.
So Morgan's outside. If
Morgan's still at the tower.
Yep.
Morgan can't track me, but I can do one of two things. I can either tell Morgan to go to a specific location, or I can freely dismiss and, well, not dismiss, but remove and bring back Morgan as a short thing that I can do without having to recast as a spell. So Morgan can be wherever I need Morgan to be.
But she can't. Your bond doesn't let you know where each other are.
Well, we can communicate telepathically as long as she's within a certain range. But that's about it. So, like, I don't know if... I assume that works in the reverse. That we can communicate telepathically so I can let her know where I am. But like I said, I can also summon her at will.
Mason,
I was wondering if she was following you from above and could tell us which building we were under.
Ooh, that's interesting. Is there like a check, like Arcana or Perception that I could do to have Morgan, like if I'm giving directions from below on like what heading we're making? Can Morgan follow those directions?
Hold on, real quick. Mason, what's Fulgurite doing? What's your familiar doing?
He's just with me.
Okay. As you are wondering, hey, where's Stig? You say, well, hey, where's Morgan? Cut to Morgan trying to get Bucky out of trouble because Bucky's causing chaos, stealing pastries, and just causing mischief. Morgan scoops up Bucky and flies up towards the clock tower. What's your range on your
It's 100 feet. So if Morgan's messing with Bucky, that may be out of range.
Yeah, out of range. Like, hey, let me find out. No, I can't find him. No, he'll be fine. And there's just chaos in the marketplace with a squirrel and a raven.
Yeah, Morgan is AWOL. But if I ever need to, I can dismiss Morgan and bring her back here. Freely. So if I need to do that, just let me know.
Well, I don't think these bottles are going to tell us anything.
True.
Let's go try the door.
Knock, knock, knock on the door.
Let's knock on the door.
No, I'm just gonna open the door.
You open the door, and luckily, you discover that this door leads to what seems to be a larder, and there's nobody in it at the moment.
Interesting. It looks like a what?
A larder.
What is a larder?
It's a food storage.
Ah.
It's the pantry.
Yeah, and you see stairs going up in what you assume to be the kitchen.
Well,
That narrows things down a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, well, Stig will pop out and head up the stairs.
Okay, being careful, and you close the doors behind you. Stig, you go up. You are in the kitchen, and out through one of the opening ways, you do recognize a familiar dining room table. You are back in the manor.
So Stig will look around, recognize, and he goes, 9 charisma.
I don't know what that means, Stig, but fair enough? Question mark?
I have made that to where Stig is like, God help me. But that's like in... It's God help me in, like, orc. 9
That's
charisma.
I love that. Where are we at, Stig?
It's Gallifrey's parents' house. I assume that's where we are, Chris.
Yes, you're in the manor.
Oh. Well, shit. Is this just an escape tunnel, or is this like a secret path that they're using to get there?
I don't know, but their sus meter just went up another notch.
Yeah, it's weird that it connects to the clock tower. I don't think it's an escape tunnel. I think that would be a little too... Where could they have escaped to? Let's try the big monument in the center of town.
I mean, they did say that they have that they do one of those every year. But once a year, is it really worth building a secret underground tunnel for once a year?
I don't think so. I think there's certainly more going on here.
I wonder if Gallifrey knows about this.
That's a good question.
He's supposed to be here, right?
They might be. Before we leave, though, DM, can I check the passageway? I know we've just trudged through there, but given that Stig was right behind me, we should have left, like, one line of track.
Oh,
Are there other footprints?
give me a perception check.
All right. Not advantage, just a regular perception. That's a 6.
You just see yours and Stig's tracks.
Well, I have no idea if other people have gone through here. But I assume this isn't the first... I feel like it's a safe assumption to say that this can't be the first time that this has been used.
Okay, I was a little confused. You do see... there has been traffic. It doesn't. It's there. This has been used. It's not like you guys were the first ones to use it in a while. But you.
I just can't tell how recently.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
I think this is This is where we put one of our sentries. I think we need to observe this, at least during the festival or around that time.
I can no longer change Morgan's shape, but I can put Morgan here, if that's what we want to do. So I will
let you and the other spellcasters figure that out.
Yeah, as an action, I can dismiss. I'll post it. As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears into a pocket dimension, and then alternatively, you can dismiss it forever. As an action, while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of you. So I will snap with one hand and snap with the other, and Morgan will disappear from wherever she's at helping Bucky and reappear within the kitchen. And I'll say, find a cubby to hide in and watch.
Morgan appears and his feathers are ruffled. He has some what seems to be custard in his feathers, and he just like caws
What the hell were you doing? I'll try to telepathically communicate to Morgan to figure out what just happened.
Bucky!
Why did Bucky throw a full custard pie at you? I didn't even know Bucky could do that.
Well, Peridwin's having this conversation. Stig is gonna go upstairs. He's gonna start looking for Gallenford.
Alright. Stig, you give me a perception check real quick, Stig.
I am just on a roll tonight.
Yes, you are. You're walking around. You don't see Gallenford, but there has been activity. You could tell. Even you're being as stealthy as you can, avoiding the guards. But you could definitely tell there has been. Seems like an incident happened here lately, and the guards are on patrol, and things are they're on the lookout.
Interesting. So, Stig will just proceed and look for Gallenford. Or one of the other group.
Gallenford, Mason, and Nix. Gallenford, you make it back to your bedroom, and you see Mason and Nix just playing a game of cards.
A little frustrated, Gallenford's just going to sit on the bed, watch them playing cards, pull out his lute, and start working on a song.
Okay, able to get into your brother's room?
No luck. There's someone standing watch outside there. There's 2 guards standing watch outside my parents' room. There's 2 standing outside my father's study. They're on high alert and very emotionless. Could barely get any small talk out of them.
How far is your brother's room from here? Is it like a couple rooms down? Is it next door?
It's a couple rooms down because of the size of this place. Didn't used to seem far as kids, but I guess we were faster then.
Give me one second. So, with I'm looking at the familiar shapes, and one of them is spider. Would that be like a tiny little, it's a tiny creature?
Yeah,
If I sent that walking down the hall, do you think he could probably go unnoticed?
I would say I'm a spider that like that and the size of the manor. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be like a you can make it a smaller spider. It doesn't have to be a tarantula-sized spider.
Okay. I'm assuming all these doors have a little bit of a space underneath the door.
Yeah, they're not like airtight.
So I'll
What
have
did you say you were changing it to?
a spider.
Let me just get to this end of the room and let me know when you send it out.
Okay. Yeah. Spider's about the smallest, least conspicuous thing on here. So
They're still all deadly, regardless of their size.
oh, and as a matter of fact, the smaller they are, the more deadly they are, probably. So we can
That's like right up near his closet.
So Mason, for Fulgurite turns into this little orange and red striped fiery looking spider. He crawls away underneath the door, and he makes his way up the wall and onto the ceiling to make sure he stays a little bit better out of sight, and makes his way down to Gallenford's brother's room.
Then I'm going to use the find familiar ability where I can see through his eyes, and I'm just going to start searching through. Unfortunately, I think it means I'm blind and deaf, so I can't talk to Gallenford about what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to mutter what I'm seeing.
Yeah, you can only do the see the senses through the spider. Sid, give me another perception check.
Yep, awesome.
Yep, you don't see the spider. You actually, Mason.
Stig is looking around and he's just like, man, such frivolous stuff.
There's a lot of fruit. There's a lot of vases, Stig, and a lot of. You see a busty looking statue of a Eladrin woman.
Yes, Stig will focus on that for a good minute.
You don't.
Yeah, Stig's still invisible, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
and your familiar walks right over him, not knowing anything. Caradwin, after having a deep conversation with Morgan about what Bucky's been doing, he's been eating pastry, stealing stuff. You realize, wait a minute, where's Stig? And Stig is gone.
You don't know if Stig is gone because he was invisible. You haven't heard him speak in a while.
Yeah.
So Mason's gonna drop the familiar thing and just be like, okay, Gallenford, what am I looking for? Just anything suspicious?
Yeah, anything suspicious. A reason for locking and guarding that room.
I'll look for the eyes again and just start looking for anything suspicious.
Give me an investigation check, Mason. Since you're using, I think it's you because you are using your senses. There you go. You do notice that this room is definitely much more well kept than the condition Galliford's room was in. You are kind of looking around, seeing. You go into the closet and you find some old uniforms. Seems to be very musketeer-like and whatnot. Hanging in the closet. They're very well kept and pressed and whatnot. This room seems very clean and very well taken care of. But the uniforms is what draws your attention.
So I'll come out of the trance and be like, well, they seem to take care of that room. It's very clean, and he's got a cheer uniform in the closet. Seems a bit unusual.
I never made it into the ranks, but I heard rumor there was something special about those.
Did he make him into the? Did he make it into the ranks?
Oh, my brother and his two companions were famous. They were known as the Autumn Trinity, or the Three Autumn Musketeers.
I'll take a closer look. Gonna go back to the spider and, I don't know, go in and out of the pockets on the coat and see if there's anything else deeper into it.
He's doing that. Next is just gonna be Galliford. When you were younger, did your older brother always get the better pony?
I mean, he was the prodigy, and he was kind of paladin-like for a musketeer. Guess I aspired to be him, but I was more talkative and more about the fancy tales. But even if I look back, I wasn't treated bad.
Anything else in the closet or the room that might catch my eye?
So going through the uniforms and whatnot, again, you also notice that it seems like one uniform is missing. As you're kind of counting, there's a hanger that's empty. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be nothing's really sticking out other than the pristine condition of this room and the uniforms, and that there is one missing uniform from the closet.
I'm gonna describe the uniforms that I see. Down for there seems to be a uniform missing. Here's the uniforms I see, and I'm gonna describe the uniforms I see and see if he can kind of maybe identify one that's missing.
Okay, Galliford, you know by the uniforms he's describing, he's missing the one. The one that's missing in the closet is the one that your brother wore when you guys went on your last adventure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My assumption is it might be the one that was buried in. Is there...
Go ahead.
I'm just rethinking. When we first came to the manor, I went to his room and looked. I compared some of his notes with my journal. And I know I didn't put them all back. Maybe that's what sparked them putting a guard up, but there's no papers or anything out in the room?
Give me a check. Give me a check. Switch back and I'll start checking the desk for stuff.
Mason, give me a investigation check since you're looking for something specific. Unfortunately, you don't see anything, any papers that are being left out or whatnot that Galliford might have missed. And being even as small as you are unable to open your familiar's unable to open really any drawers in the desk.
Well, it's just a bonus action for him to change his shape right now, yeah?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
So, if he can't get a drawer open, he can just morph into a cat and just paw it open.
Okay. Yeah. You have him change his shape to better open a drawer. You open the drawer and again nothing catches your eye in any of the drawers that reaches out to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and have him put the room, close the drawers, make sure everything kind of looks like it hasn't been disturbed, and then he'll go up spider and make his way back over here.
Okay. Caradwin, what are you doing?
Well, I thought Stig was enjoying this conversation about what happened to Morrigan, and I cannot hear his response, so I feel like I'm on my own. If I know I'm in the mansion, I would like to go to Galliford's father's study. And if nobody's in there, I would like to do some investigation.
You don't know where his study is. You've only been in the foyer and in the dining room.
I would like to try to find if he has a study and go to where it might be at.
Walking around, you do see some guards around. Seems to be a set of ornate doors, and you kind of recognize the style of doors that you believe this is where the study is, but it is guarded at the moment, and the door is closed.
So, here's a question I have. Invisibility goes away when you make an attack or cast a spell.
It will not go away if you open a door.
Will it go away if I dismiss and summon my familiar? Because I'm not casting the spell, I'm using a component of a spell that has already been cast. If that makes sense.
Did you post the invisibility spell?
Yes, I can. If it attacks or casts a spell. I'm not casting a spell, I'm using a component of a spell.
You're just summoning your familiar, which is not casting a spell or attacking anything.
Because I would like to just summon a raven, essentially, and have it freak out and fly away. And see if that will distract them. If a sudden magic appearance of a raven will make them go like, what the fuck?
She should have brought Bucky.
Really quick, Caradwin, you give me a perception check.
Alright, I'm fantastic at that.
Do you want Fulgrad to make a stealth check?
I want the spider to make a stealth check.
Hey, even Stig would have noticed that.
Caradwin, as you are about to do what you're planning to do, you do know something out of the corner of your eye. It is well hidden, but the guards haven't seemed to notice it. But you see an orange spider crawling down the hallway, kind of crawling on the wall and heading toward a room.
I mean, an orange spider?
Yeah, you've never seen a spider like this before.
Weird Feywild shit. Does it look like it's come out of the room?
It looks like it came out of a room, coming down the hallway, and went inside of another room.
And it's definitely moving. You know, it's not like normal spiders where they just kind of sit still. This one's like definitely got a place it's going.
Yes, this looks like a spider of intent.
That's the most terrifying description of a spider I've ever heard.
What?
A spider with intent. Yeah, no, I'm gonna ignore that because I mean, it's an orange spider. It's the Feywild. I have no idea, but the fact that it looks like it has intent is a little terrifying. So, Carolyn,
if you could speak spider, it'd be like, "I'm coming for you, Parker."
Yeah, I'm gonna continue with my plan. I don't, because I mean, I don't know what the fuck this spider is. So, I'm gonna summon Morgan in the middle of in this hallway.
Okay. Mason, your familiar comes back through, and as you guys were about to discuss, you hear a raven cawing and causing commotion in the middle, in the manor.
And Morgan is gonna try to lead these guys elsewhere that are guarding the study.
Stig, you hear it too, and you look over and you see Morgan flying and causing a commotion.
Stig will go and see what's going on.
I'm just gonna sit full right underneath the door so I can see through his eyes, and I'll just be like, "It looks like Morgan. What's Morgan doing here?" Hey, that was a really dark raven.
Corvax, common raven, common to most birds. Rare these parts.
What do you do, Gallenford and Nix?
I mean,
Should we go check?
It's just a bird freaking out.
Gallenford is I'm more preoccupied with the spider that just came back into the room.
Can I see the guards that were the guards at his brother's door? Are they coming down to see? Maybe we can sneak past him. Maybe this is the distraction we needed.
Yes, they are coming down, and it is another high alert is just going on, and people are not happy. Caradwin, the door bursts open, and you see Gallenford's father just come through, and he's not happy what's going on right now, and he sees the bird, and he's like, "Kill the fucking bird."
Morgan's going to fly. Well, I can't do that. You know what Morgan can do? Because Morgan has been with me when we were in the house previously, right?
Yes.
And we've met Gallenford's mom.
Yes.
Morgan is gonna mimic I don't remember things that she said when we were in the room with her, but Morgan's gonna mimic that, and then fly away.
Okay.
Obviously, because it's coming from a raven, I'm not expecting them to make this check and be like, well, is it real or is it an imitation? But mostly it's to be like, it's all a diversion.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. They're not making a check. They know. They're like, what the? They're chasing the bird.
And if his dad goes with them, I would like to sneak into the room. I would like to go into the study.
Okay, you walk.
So all the guards are following this bird?
Yes.
I love how we're both teams are in here, but neither knows the other one's there. So as Caradwin sneaks into that room, Galliford, Nick, do we want to take this opportunity to sneak into your brother's room so you guys can take a look yourself?
It's Scooby-Doo shenanigans.
Yeah, we should.
I told
Yeah.
you we were going to
Let's-
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, we're gonna
All
sneak
right, yeah, let's do it.
into brother's room.
All right.
Stig will see Galliford's dad run past. He will look at the open doors and he goes, opportunity.
So you go into the study as well?
Yes.
All right. You do not see.
Reunited and it feels so
You
good.
do not see Galliford, Mason, and Nix come out of the room on the other side of the hallway.
No, even though it is like, he just has to, like, look 90 degrees and it's very obvious.
Yes.
Galliford, the moment we get to his brother's door, as long as he sees the coast is clear, he's going to pick the lock.
Okay, give me a. Do you have lockpicks?
Yes, I do.
Give me a.
Can I help him since I'm also skilled with lockpicks and such?
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Can I use my thieves' tool since I'm trained in that?
Yeah, you can add your proficiency with that. Yeah. You pull, Galliford. You pull out your set of these tools, and Mason goes, "No, use these." And he hands him his custom-made thieves' tools.
Ooh, so fancy.
And the door is unlocked with a click.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly skim through things. You guys are.
We don't need to go fast. As long as we close the door, they won't know it was open. So just keep quiet.
So I'm first gonna go towards the uniforms to take a look.
Okay. Again, it's the same thing as you saw last time when you initially came in.
Okay. I'm just gonna take one of them and scoop them into the bag of holding, but then I'm gonna go to the papers and see if anything is out of the ordinary.
Wait, where are you scooping?
I grabbed one of the uniforms to put into the bag of holding.
Okay. Give me an investigation check for the papers. Again, there's just general notes, stuff that you've already kind of looked at a bit. But nothing, again, speaking out of anything out of the ordinary.
Still nothing. I'm going to see if there's any like hidden compartments in the room before saying maybe there's nothing left in here.
Give me a investigation check.
Mason's gonna start trying their escape out the window.
You do find in one of the drawers a false bottom on the desk.
I'm going to open that up, and since we're moving fast, I'm just gonna take whatever's in the false bottom.
Okay. Caradwin and
Well,
Stig. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, Downford, as long as we stay quiet, they think the door's locked, so we don't need to rush. Take your time and get the stuff we need, because we may not get another chance to be in here.
Well, I'll still probably have to have appearances that I'm still here over the night. So I'm gonna try and sneak back out if you guys are heading out the window.
Well, again, I don't know when the guards outside this door are coming back, so if we need to make sure this room stays locked, we go out the window. But if you're just grabbing papers and leaving, then we can probably hurry out before the guards come back.
Yeah, I did grab something out of the false bottom, so I think that I'm good. Good for now.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Alright, Carduin and Stig, you're both in the study, still unaware of each other's presence.
I'm just gonna start looking for things. Specifically in Gallenford's dad's desk. Are there... Oh, you know what? Actually, this is not an attack or a spell. Wand of Secrets again.
Okay.
I'll post it.
Stig will also move straight to the desk, and he will just start like opening drawers.
Yeah, I'll specifically be near the desk when I use this to see if it'll ping the closest thing, which I'm hoping is the
image where
desk.
you're like, okay, time to pull out the Wand of Secrets.
And then
Okay, here we go.
desk drawers start flying.
It becomes a Ghostbuster scene in the library.
Yeah.
What? Who's there? Who's at the desk?
I didn't know the Wand of Secrets did this.
This is crazy.
Deirdre, you in here?
Oh shit, Stick. Were you following me the whole time?
No, I told you I went out to go see if I could find them, and I haven't found them yet. I assumed that was your doing with Morgan.
I know we wanted to watch the secret passage, but we can figure out another way to do that later. The study seemed important. We're tearing apart the desk, and I'm gonna start looking through. If the Wand of Secrets pings anything within 30 feet.
Doesn't ping anything in the desk. However, it pings something against the books, the small library of wall of books.
Perfect. I'm going there. You check the desk. I'm checking the books.
Okay.
Right.
Carduin, you find some obvious false books, but you do remember that Gallenford and Nix mentioned that they found a hidden wall safe in the study. And
Perfect. Let's dig into it.
there was the family jewels. So yeah, you find a hidden wall safe.
Is there anything else in there besides the family jewels?
It is locked. You don't know what's in there currently.
Oh, shit. Alright, I will try to... Fuck, I'm not good at lockpicking. Have anything for that? I don't.
Did Gallenford tell you the code? No, obviously not.
No. Stig, I found a safe.
Does Stig find a random set of numbers, like on a sticky note in one of the drawers?
Give me an investigation check, Stig.
Where it says, remember, don't forget password to the safe this time. Investigation?
Yes.
Time to rip out the wall. I did think of that, Nix. I thought that would be funny.
Oh man, I'm doing so well.
You are...
You look and you see that Stig has like taken all the drawers out and like dumped them into like one big pile.
Yeah, you just see drawers floating in the air, and he's just dumping everything out on top of the desk.
So you did say that Gallenford told us about this safe, right?
Nix and Gallenford did, especially specifically Nix, because she came back at the, I think, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that this is the same safe because the wand didn't ping anything else, and I'm gonna go to Stig and say, "You're not supposed to dump everything." Fuck, this is gonna take forever to sort through, and I'm just gonna start sorting through letters and information and drawers to see if I can find anything useful.
Give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Oh, god damn it. +8, here we go! A 15's pretty good.
You're like, what's this? And then Stig dumps another pile on top of it.
Garrettwood's like, finally my college skills are coming into fruition, and you're just like quickly sorting through papers like you did your report at one time. Speaking of which, Garrettwood, every day you've got a week's worth of homework.
Oh shit, don't remind me! I have so much homework I'm behind on now.
So every time you like grab something, Stig like shoves a piece of paper in front of you, and he goes, "Is this important?"
You don't find like a set of numbers for the wall safe. However, you do find the thing that's been dumped on. It seems to be like plans for the town. You see the town map, and you see locations marked off on the map.
Are there
Yeah,
any
that was the
notes that
thing.
go with it?
I like thinking that was the one thing that was on his desk to begin with.
It was. It was at the very bottom of the pile.
Are there any notes that go with it that, like, any annotations that say rebuilding X building here or replacing this with this?
No, there's just seems to be X's at locations.
Okay. I think... Fuck. Stig, stop fucking with the desk and go check the door and see if anyone's coming.
Okay.
And I'd like to see if there's...
lean against the frame.
Okay. It seems like Morgan has escaped, and there's still some commotion going on, Stig. Trying to figure out why the hell this bird got in, what's going on. Everybody is like on high alert.
I'd like to sort through the pile without Stig's interference this time.
I'll give you another investigation check, this time normal.
Fuck, are you kidding me? A 2?
Nothing seems going on, and you guys are hearing noises like Stig. You see guards, and Gallifrey's father is starting to make his way back to the study.
Okay. Stig, I have an escape plan. I'm gonna summon Morgan in here again, and then I'm gonna grab Stig's... I'm gonna feel around the doorway for Stig, and then if I find him, I'm gonna run. Or I'm just gonna whisper, when Morgan appears, we run to the front door. Meet in the town square.
You do got some time to just walk out of the front door, but you still got. Wait, you said you were gonna put this desk back together?
No, I'm gonna summon Morgan in here and have her fuck with the desk, like tear things apart.
How did that
just
bird
cause
get
chaos in
pulled
this
out?
room?
How did the bird pull out all the drawers?
Well, listen, I don't think it matters. I don't think that thought will cross their mind if things are being destroyed.
Okay. Galliford, Mason, and Nix, what are you doing?
Garrettwood.
After
like that.
I grabbed the stuff from the false bottom, the plan was to head back to the room. That way, whatever the commotion was, if they came to check, it would seem like we were just in the room.
I got an idea. I'm just gonna turn into a crow and I'm gonna go out the window.
Why are there all these crows in this building?
Do we think we can escape
sure, Nix?
before the guards come back?
You have a slim opening. So if you want to escape, now's the time to do it.
Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get out of here quick if you're not doing anything else. Let's go.
All right.
We're gonna try and make our way back to Gallonford's room before the guards get here. Go.
Gallifrey moves with all haste.
Okay, you guys slip out. Stig, this is before you look in and you see. Well, okay, where are you guys heading?
I think we're just gonna head back to Gallonford's room.
Okay.
Kind of know that's safe.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I need to know. So yeah, Stig, you don't see Galliford, Mason, and Nix go back into his room. You just see the empty hallway when you first make your initial look out.
When Caradrin is like, Stig, I got a plan. He turns around, and that's when they pass. And
Yes.
I'd also like to try and leave Fulgurite to lock the door from the inside. Just throw the bolt or the click or whatever, and then he'll walk back as a spider again.
Okay.
Just so that so the door's locked.
That works.
If I can.
Good idea.
So, Caradwin, you are waiting for the, what? You're waiting for Gallifrey's father to make his way back into the room as you and Stig are on opposite sides of the doorway, backs against the wall and whatnot.
Oh, I'm not waiting for him to come back. I'm sending Morgan in to be a distraction, and we're leaving as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
At least if Stig wants to go, yeah.
Okay.
did you find what you were looking for?
I found a map. Let's go. And we're gonna leave. And then Morgan's gonna be in there tearing up papers.
Okay. You guys slip out. Morgan's causing a havoc. You guys, where are you heading?
To the town.
Yeah, I believe Caradrin said out the front door.
Okay, that's why I wanted to know. You're going out the front door.
Yes.
As you guys are leaving the front door, you hear an angry yelling and scream. It's like that scene from one of the only good scenes from episode 7 when Kylo Ren notices Rey has escaped and it's just destroying everything, and the two stormtroopers just walk away.
Sorry, Morgan. I'm gonna get you some snacks later.
Is that just Morgan tearing up, or is somebody slashing at Morgan?
Do you know, Caradwin, if Morgan dies?
I assume that if I would know because it's a spell that I've cast. But if I were to escape and try to summon Morgan again and it doesn't happen, I would assume that is a signal that Morgan is dead.
Yeah, Morgan's dead.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Galliford, you hear another yell of your father and coming from his study. It's just been a very chaotic day today. Stig and Caradwin, yep, you make your way into town. Galliford and Mason, Nix, night begins to fall. It's quiet down after several hours.
Can we peruse the papers Gallonford collected?
If you wish.
Yeah, I was.
Or do you want to take it on the go? We still need to meet up with the guys, and we still need to go through the clock tower and search the fireworks.
Maybe we can compare notes. Over a pint
take this to go, Galliford.
There.
something. I don't know. I'll have a pint of milk.
Let's just take this stuff to go. I really want to check out those fireworks.
What time of the night is it?
It is now evening. The sun has set. You were with all the chaos that happened. You wanted to make sure you Nix and Mason stayed out of the way and out of sight. Don't bother anybody until.
Also, if it's getting late, Nix and I should probably leave before they come and collect you for dinner or something.
This is true. We'll just act like I'm walking you guys back to the rooms you're staying in, so they're not thinking
They don't know we're inside. Nix was a cat and I was in.
anything odd.
Your family doesn't know we're here.
Oh, that's correct. Okay.
Just out the window. If are you staying or coming? If you're staying, do you want to hold the papers or do you want me to look through the papers?
I'll hold on to them so I can figure out what my brother had hidden. It might match up with some stuff in my journal.
Okay.
But I will keep you guys updated. I can message you guys.
Nix, I can fly. Do you wanna ride or are you gonna fly on your own?
I'll ride.
As Nix or as a cat or what?
I'll just be a cat.
And then I'll jump out the window and use my flying boots and I'm just gonna zoom off towards the town.
Okay. Gallenford, after a little bit, you do realize you don't think you're being collected for dinner. You don't think there's going to be a formal dinner for anything after today. Caradwin and Stig, after you making your way into town, the invisibility is kind of, and get rid of your invisibility, you're walking through the market. You find a fat, drunk, and happy Bucky. He is laying in the shade of a tree, out of sight, and he has those he's like one of those big old bags of roasted nuts, and he's just he had fun being unsupervised.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Bucky.
Mason and Nix, you meet up with Caradwin and Stig back at the inn. Gallenford, realizing that they're not even gonna bother with you, you make your way out and head to go meet up with your friends at the inn, and from there we are going to take our 5-minute break. So you all have regrouped back at the inn. Nix, you see Bucky laying there on the bed, covered again. He's like fat. He's like that cartoon fat after he's eaten a whole bunch of food. He's a little. He smells of alcohol and he's sticky, covered in pastry, filling. He looks like he had a party.
Bucky, what did you do, young man? Grabs him by the scruff. You need a bath.
And he just throws up on you.
Ew, I need a bath too. Be back, guys. Walk away with a sick squirrel covered in his vomit.
So did you guys figure anything else? Figure out anything?
Oh, did we? Did we, Caradwin?
I don't know what it means, but I do have a
Got
map.
a secret tunnel that leads from the clock tower to your house.
Oh, that too, yes, the secret tunnel.
Wait, when did
Wait,
you discover this?
Just a little bit ago. You guys were doing your thing and we went to the clock tower. And we went inside the clock tower. We never did check the fireworks, did we? Damn.
You didn't happen to be in the house, did
Yes,
you?
we followed the tunnel all the way through and went into the house. Carradine, well, I did, yes, but Morrigan caused some mayhem on my behalf.
Yeah, we saw that.
Oh, you did?
That explains
You guys were
a
there
lot.
too.
Are you also invisible?
For the first part, but not during your fiasco with the bird.
Mason, why don't you fill them in on our part while I read over what was in that false bottom? And I'm going to start skimming over that.
Well, we didn't find much, except that, I'll kind of fill them in that the brother's room is very clean, it's missing a uniform. They had a secret wine cellar, but I'm not sure if it led anywhere.
It led somewhere. That's where the
Yeah.
tunnel leads.
The wine cellar's the tunnel.
Did you manage to snag a bottle? I couldn't get in them. Did you guys snag a bottle?
Oh, we should have
should've
snagged
done
a
that
bottle.
too. Yeah, we should have.
Hey,
Damn.
George, when we fail on so many levels.
Well,
I
I
will
was more
say-
interested in the mystery than what the treasure was, to be honest. The mystery's more fun for me, you know?
Anyway, I went through the guys. I went through the study and I found this document on the fireworks, and I'll lay out the fireworks schematic or whatever.
Stig will look at it, but not know what it means.
I didn't see anything suspicious about the fireworks, but I wanted to take a closer look at them wherever they're stored.
They did seem to have a lot, didn't they, Carradine?
Sorry, say that one more
You
time.
guys checking out the fireworks already?
Yeah,
Oh,
we saw.
fireworks? Yes.
Did you
We
see
saw all
anything
of them.
Did you, anything suspicious about them?
We didn't investigate the fireworks that hard. I thought it would be more fun to look for the secret tunnel, which we found.
True. But, I would like deeper. This
wait.
diagram doesn't show anything suspicious about the fireworks themselves, but they'd be a great way to disperse something,
We
It would be.
we wanted to wait for you to check out the fireworks, and I will say that while his brother's room sounds pretty immaculate, I can clearly tell you that his Gallenford's father's office is not anymore.
Well, what happened to the office?
Morgan.
That explains his scream that I heard.
Nix, you're also in the room. There's you're taking a bath with Bucky. There's how there's like that screen for changing and whatnot. You're in like the tub behind there taking a bath and with Bucky. So you're a part of the conversation. As
Oh,
well.
good. Nick's found the bathroom. Check that off.
Washing my clothes and myself and my squirrel.
Gallenford's going
Take
to
it the wrong way if somebody overheard
real
it.
quick. Nyx did also find a doll of me when she confronted my mother, and that was a whole situation.
Kind of remind me of voodoo dolls. Not gonna lie, they're kind of creepy.
Doug, if you guys do remember from last session, Doug, you would know you've seen the doll before. Again, immaculate families would make these dolls, especially of their children and whatnot. So you know of the doll.
Oh, okay. I think I forgot that.
Yeah, you would know.
Freaking hag witch voodoo magic.
She
Gallenford,
kept
your family's
screaming about
weird.
things. Like she was gonna save them all or something. I don't know exactly who your mom was talking about, but she was saying they were gonna save them all. Save you guys. Children.
So let's hear what Gallenford's able to discover from those papers.
Well, I also found a
And
map.
done.
Let's just put all the papers out there and see what we can figure out.
Okay. You do see, you find a map that Caradron produces, and it is a map of the town with locations marked off. The tower, the outskirts of the city, just some. It seems to be high locations. Galliford, you guys, with everybody going through the notes and whatnot, Galliford, you discover that your brother was on to the Fae, that the Winter Eladrin. Her name, you discover a name.
Is it the name that I know, or is it a different name?
What's the name that you know?
Weiss. But could have been just part of the act.
So what do you mean by his brother was like on to the Fae?
It seems like the Winter Fae that was accompanying you, Galliford, and your brother had ill intent, and your brother discovered this, and it was going to try to.
So his brother uncovered like a conspiracy from the Winter Court to betray you guys or something.
Not the Winter Court from this particular Fae, and he was going to try to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, during the confrontation. But however, things got messy and didn't go exactly as planned. If you remember Galliford.
Yes, I do. The thing that still throws me off, I called for backup when I returned, but that backup was not any of the town guard, it was the musketeers, and there are no musketeers stationed out here now.
Just a quick question, Galliford. Is your family like part of a different Fae court? Or is the Winter Fae, or how's this?
They're part of the Autumn Court. They're high class, so if there's any fancy events or things like that, they would show up to those. Well,
I'm just trying to get the
at least
dynamic
back
of
then.
what it means when this Winter Fae. So that was like a different faction that was like working with you guys and decided to betray you instead or something. Just trying to wrap my head around it.
The factions don't always work together, but during things like this festival, that's when you'll occasionally see other Faes in the other realms. And there are sometimes councils where they might intervene with each other. But other than that, sometimes it's rare.
When Galliford says that, we could Stig refresh his memory and maybe see when, at least today, when he and Caradwin were roaming the town, whether he's seen like any of these Winter Fae.
You would probably seen a few, yes. They're definitely
Any suspiciously large groups of them?
not today. No, there were no there weren't very large groups. You would see no more than three, maybe some no more than three total today.
Though, even though she was masquerading as a Winter Fae, when she revealed her true form, which now I know her true name, she was not a Winter Fae. She was some type of Oni creature, if you guys remember me asking if you knew what that was when I first met you all. The only one who was really a Winter Fae and probably was a traitor was Coldfort, who has only one eye now.
Okay, so we got Winterfell, we've got these Onis, we've got fireworks. Shall we go take a look at those fireworks? I really want to see if they've stuffed them full of something nasty. Festival is like tomorrow, isn't it? Or the day
The
after?
festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
We need to check these fireworks tonight, otherwise we're not going to get a chance.
I agree. We should check the
Twin.
fireworks. Yeah, go ahead.
I think we should also investigate these other X's. They might also be firework locations.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see if there's anything magical about this uniform, by the way?
Sure, it'll take 10 minutes, but I could do that. In fact, while I'm ritually casting spells, I'm also going to summon Morrigan again.
Okay.
And I will also cast Identify on the stuff Gallingford hands me.
What's so special about the outfit, Gallagher? Or is it special? Hello?
Galliford?
Sorry, I could barely hear you, Stig. I'm trying to see if I can turn up your volume because you seem
am I
quieter
real
than
quiet?
everyone.
Can everyone else hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But Caradwin, you do while Doug's taking care of his volume. The uniform is not magical, and and Morgan comes back, and he snuggles up to you. And like gets underneath your arm like he's trying to hide.
Can I have Morgan communicate to me telepathically how they died?
Yes.
It is a 2-hour like horror movie of like Nazi war crimes.
It's just a lengthy discussion of like war crimes, animal cruelty, betrayal.
I was there 3,000 years ago. Sorry, Chris. How did Morgan die?
I whispered it to Caradwin.
That's what I see?
No, that's what Morgan.
Tells me.
Yes.
Galliford, is your father a spellcaster by chance?
I shouldn't be. Well, most Fae know a little bit of magic, but I mean, spellcaster in what manner? Like a wizard?
Chris, that seems like a very specific thing. Can I make like an Arcana check to see if I can, based on Morgan's, what they felt and what they saw, to see what that was?
You can.
Can you
Oh,
can you describe what happened? Maybe we can help you figure out what kind of caster he is.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You
We
can.
didn't find a spell book in his study.
It happened so fast with Morgan, but you could definitely give me an Arcana check to see perhaps try to discern what she's trying to.
I get a goddamn plus 10 and I rolled a 4.
What is
I'm
up
not
with
happy
these,
about that.
What is up with these rolls tonight?
I don't mind.
Why
them.
don't like roll 20?
Hopefully, I'll discuss. I'll mention things later. But it is so vague, and the way Morgan, it just happened so fast. You are unsure what, who, or how it happened. But it scared Morgan.
So then I'll share with the group.
But it does pique your interest.
It does a lot. Truly, it does. I'll share with the group. Gallenford, it seems your father, in whatever method that he used to kill Morrigan, summoned very specifically black ice. Now, I don't know if that is a connection to the Winter Fae, maybe to some hag, or if this is something learned.
Or it could be a magic item, but you don't know.
Yeah. But that seems like some dark magic shit.
Black
I conjure ice
ice
all the time, and it doesn't have the same sort of feel that Morgan shouldn't be this afraid, is what I'm trying to say.
Does the term black ice or anything like that jog any memories or any tales I've heard of from the Winter Fae Court or anything?
Erwin, you don't think that he's got the lost page, do you?
Give me, Gallenford, a general intelligence check. See if you've heard anything. Nothing. No idea.
Alfred, do you think it's possible that your parents aren't actually your parents?
To be honest, this whole place seems familiar but unfamiliar, like a twisted mirror image of everything.
Stig, in your monster hunting career, did you ever run into anything that used black ice?
DM did Stig? I doubt it, but
No.
Stig shakes his head and says, "This is all new to me."
Oh, just a bunch of fey weirdness.
I mean, the Autumn Realm does dabble in a few kind of cold, chilly things, and it can be stormy here and there, but black ice, that sounds dark, and it sounds more akin to the Winter Realm.
Well, we can continue to speculate, or we can start investigating these fireworks. It's probably dark out there by now.
It is nighttime.
Shall we start our investigation?
Let me just switch my
Yes.
cloak and put that kind of disguise back on. I feel like I put us at a handicap if I start walking around the tower just normally.
So, do you want to take it, go investigate some of these other locations?
That's actually a good idea. Point me to one of these X marks the spot spots.
Sounds like we're divvying up, dividing once again. So who's going with whom?
Well, I can go to the clock tower since I'm already familiar with it. Perhaps I can make it easier for us to get in.
If that's where the fireworks are, that's what I want to go. I'm not sure what's at these other locations.
Oh god, the other locations are also juicy.
There is one. There is a location nearby the inn, on the map where the X is.
Nix, who you going with?
I'll go hang out with Kieradwin and Mason.
All right, I'll go with Gallenford in case shenanigans ensue.
One, two,
This
three.
time I'm bringing Bucky. Bucky, you're not allowed to be by yourself anymore. Stuff's in my bag.
All right. So, Caradwin, Mason, and Nix are heading to the clock tower, and Stig and Gallenford are going to the X.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we have a signal in case something goes wrong?
I'm just gonna separate you guys. So you guys go
You'll
out.
see the fireball.
Oh, and explosions.
You guys make your way out through the evening. It's not late, but it is nighttime. There are still some people walking about, but you guys kind of avoid it. Stig and Gallenford, you guys make your location first. It is a tall building, and it seems like you do see some crates and whatnot on the outside. However, you do see a guard standing by the crates. And Stig, you do notice that there are some mortars, not the same size, but they are firework mortars, as similar to the ones you saw in the clock tower.
Looks like a similar setup to what they have at the clock tower.
Sorry, barely heard you again.
Looks like a similar setup to what they have at the clock tower.
How'd you guys get in over there?
Caradwin turned us invisible, and then I just scaled the wall. Apparently, I can do that now. It's really weird.
Let's say I could just put the guard to sleep. Actually, I can't tell how tough he is. He might not fall asleep. How does this guard look?
Like he's just got on duty. If that's right, he looks like one of your guards from the manor. Same dressed and everything. He's not a town's guard.
Okay.
Wait, the guy guarding the door is not a town's guard?
No, at Stig and Gallenford, the guys who guard the current guard that's guarding the fireworks that they found is not a town's guard.
Well, that seems oddly suspicious, doesn't it?
You're not there.
I was going to the clock tower.
I know, but we're still on Stig and
Oh.
Gallenford.
Oh, sorry.
Away, and then try and sneak in.
You're gonna try to do what?
Gallenford is just talking to Stick, saying, "I wonder if there's some type of way we can lure him away so we can sneak in."
Stig is gonna grab just a piece of litter and throw it at the guard.
Oh God! Hey!
Galenford slips out of the way.
He charges. He chases you, Stig.
Stig will turn to Gallifrey and says, "Good luck," and he runs off.
What?
The guard
Best football. And
the guard runs past you, Gallenford, and chases Stig.
I say, huh, it's interesting. I'm gonna go up to the door, make sure I'm not being spotted with that one guard gone. If I test the door, is it locked?
Well, you see the crates and the fireworks outside.
Okay, so I'm gonna double check all these crates and the fireworks just to see if there's.
Yeah, they're full of fireworks and mortars.
Is there anything else hidden in the crates underneath or anything?
You can give me an investigation check. No. These seems like a normal fireworks setup for this area.
Seeing as I've seen a lot of these as a kid, is this any different from the usual fireworks that I normally see?
From the looks of them, they seem normal. You know, you put them in, you light them, and they go off.
Okay, so, and they're all outside. If there's a window, I just want to peek in just to see if there's more inside or any movement inside.
No window, unfortunately.
And the guard was just guarding these crates, not the actual door.
Yeah, well, he was guarding the area. You believe this is where they're going to light off the fireworks around this area.
Just in case there is some weird witchcraft plan or something going on, I'm going to skim the area while that guard is chasing Stig just to make sure there's no hidden markings or anything going on here. No massive ritual, basically.
You can give me an investigation check. Everything seems to be normal.
Alright, nothing out of the ordinary. I'll make a mental note and try and catch Stig so we can check the next place.
Okay. Nyx, Mason, and Caradwin, you make your way to the clock tower, and you see, again, two guards standing outside the bottom entrance to this clock tower. And yes, these are dressed as the Stilonzo house guards.
Okay, so how'd you get in before?
We turned invisible and Stig was able to climb.
Well, we got the part, but what about the climbing?
Good question.
How tall is the tower?
I think he said it was like 200 feet.
Yeah, it's tall.
Well, another option is
Can always polymorph one of us into something that can get up to the tower?
Also an option. I was gonna say I can cast a spell if we go on the backside where the guards aren't, that can just lift us.
That's actually a better idea.
I can make a big magical hand. And that can carry us up there.
That sounds like the
Big
plan.
animals.
So. I got
Is
no.
there any- Go ahead.
I got no way to lift us, so.
Yeah, DM, are there any people on the backside of the building?
Give me a perception check.
I've been doing great on these.
Will y'all do perception checks?
Sure, I'll let you all do perception checks.
Oh, I did do good on that one. Oh, even better. 28. Nice, Nix.
There are some people walking about, but however, it quickly becomes you see a window of opportunity that if you want to do it now's the time to do it.
All right, I will. Once Nix gives me the go-ahead, I will cast Arcane Hand, and it will lift us up. If we stand on it, it should do that.
Is this Bigsby's hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll 20 can't call it Bixby's hand.
Oh,
It's the copyright safe version.
I honestly did not know that. So
Yeah, D&D Beyond has copyright safe versions of different spells. I.e., you don't have to name the spellcaster who made the spell.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Earth
So
and
rather than
Fast
like
isn't-
Autoluke's Resilient Sphere, you can just cast Resilient Sphere.
Okay. But yeah, so this this black hand made out of shadow appears and rises out of the ground. You all hop on it, and Caradwin, you gently lift them up all the way to the top. This time, though, it seems like the mortars, everything from earlier that you discovered, are now set up on top of the tower. Like they're getting ready for tomorrow.
Wonderful. I'm going to have the hand block the entrance to the top platform.
Does it just like stick one finger on the hatch?
It's just going to flat palm the hatch.
Okay.
And that way we have enough chance to investigate. If they're setting, just in case they're sitting up like late, we can take a look at it. All the things without being interrupted.
I'd like to take one of the smaller shells out of its holster if I can and just try and pop it open.
Okay. You are.
This should be fine as long as there's no fire, says the fire ganassi.
Yeah. You take. Is it about the size of a softball? The one that you grab. You take your knife. You kind of gently open it up. That way you can put it back together. Like nothing ever happened. When you open it though, it is filled with white powder.
Is it cocaine?
Cocaine.
Do you snort it?
No, but I'll take a little, just a tap on the tongue to see if I can identify the powder.
It is not black powder.
He pulls it in his hand and he sees what color his flames turn.
It is very odd. You can give me a. What would this be?
I am proficient in cooking utensils.
No.
For cooking drugs?
God. not that kind of cooking utensils. Give me. I'm leaning towards nature. Either nature or arcana for the alchemical base or whatnot.
Can I
Okay,
give
I'll
him
come-
a help action for this?
No, not for what he's doing. No.
Arcana's way better, so I'm gonna.
Because I'm proficient in both.
Yeah, you need medicine if it was drugs.
This is definitely a unique. This is not normal fireworks, obviously. You do know people of magical fireworks that can do different things. You believe this is one of them. This is not maybe not a normal firework, but you've never seen a white powdered substance like this before for a firework.
I'll take a sample for later. I'll pop open another one just to see if it's a similar powder, if it's a different powder.
You open one is the exact same powder.
Oh, this is definitely suspicious. Looking over how they've got these fireworks set up, I'm assuming they've got them all like fused correctly. Where like some will go off and then others go off, or do they have a guy run up here and like light them manually?
It seems like it is set up to be a proper fireworks display. So they all have.
So it's like light it and then they just let it show.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to disable half of it. This half is going to go off and we can like see the first part of the show and see how it works. But I don't want the second half to go off.
So you're going to sabotage the fireworks show.
This way, if it's any sort of ritual or whatever that has to make a, disperse something or make some sort of symbol in the sky, it's gonna fail.
Okay. Give me a general intelligence check. Alright, you believe you are successful in doing what you want to do, and for this to prevent what you want to do when you sabotage these fireworks.
Basically, I want the second half of the show to just not go off. Somebody will have to walk up there and like start it up again.
Okay.
Okay, Carradine, do you want to do any investigation of yourself?
I mean, if you feel like you figured out what these are, I can help in the sabotage part of this, but honestly, my solution is just to blow the clock tower up. I think that would be true, and I don't mean this in an pyromaniac way. I feel like I should preface that, but I mean that in an actual way. Like, if all of this is gone, I don't think they can use it.
Do you want to sabotage it so it looks like an accident, so when it gets to the second half, it just all like explodes?
I think we should have it explode tonight. Like, we can escape. Like, we can set a little bit of a trap to go off after a little bit after we've gone.
I'm really torn here, because I really don't want to mess up these fireworks show if there's nothing, going on with it.
Well, I feel like we've already caused a lot of chaos, right? We've really fucked up the Strorzando Manor, and they're the people who own the town or whatever. I think chaos is spreading already. But I can support in the sabotage if that's what you think would be the better action.
Nix, what do you think?
I'm kind of impartial here. I kind of don't want to blow up the tower, but I can see Carradwin's point. But I could always see Mason's point. I'm just sitting there, like, trying to pretend I understand what's happening.
Nix, you're the deciding vote.
Tell you what, Karen, how about we do it like this? We'll sabotage it to where the first half goes off, and then it fails to do the second half, and then if they come up and light the second half, it just explodes.
Wouldn't that kill people?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll admit, I have a feeling that they're going to send up people that are not... I don't think they're going to send up normal citizens to light these. I think they're going to send up very specific people. If that makes sense.
Tell you what, let's do it where it does half the show good, and then it just catastrophic failure the second half. That way, it looks like an X.
Yeah, I'll support in the sabotage and try to get catastrophic failure.
So yeah, instead of like in series where it does one after the other, we just tied the second half all to one fuse, and it all will just go off. And there's some that are like pointing backwards into the tower and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to make another check. The 22 can still stay the same. You work exactly that, and you have Nyx and Caradroin help out. You hop back on the hand, and you gently make your way back down. Gallenford and Stig. Stig, give me a stealth check. You're trying to give him the slip, but he's just right on you.
Yeah, he's right on me.
Give me an athletics check.
So seeing that as he can't lose this guy, Stig is going to just run up a wall.
Okay.
He just runs out of building and then just 90 degrees straight up onto the building.
Okay, the guard's huffing and puffing. Screw you! And he turns around and walks back to his post.
Oh,
I'm gonna move out of sight.
What was that, Stig?
Stig hopes that Gallenford had enough time to do what he needed.
And I'll use the message cantrip to reach out to Stig as I'm leaving that area now. I didn't find anything at the spot. We should probably move on to the next mark.
Stig will nod and then realize he has to respond, so he says, agreed, I'll meet you there.
Who has the map?
Well, Stig will rendezvous with Gallenford because he's like... He will rendezvous with Gallenford just outside, him still being on rooftops.
Okay. You guys make your way to another nearby location on the map. Again, you see another guard, and again, he's guarding, seems to be a fireworks setup.
Maybe I can distract this one this time. I'm gonna walk really close, but just start playing really loud, obnoxious music on the lute to see if it draws his attention or he tries to shoo me away.
Well, how close are you going to get to him?
I'll like walk up. If he doesn't stop me as I'm walking up, I'll lean against maybe a crate or something and then just start playing loudly.
He won't let you get that close. He would walk up and tell you to get away, off limits.
While he's confronting Gallenford, Stig will see if he can sneak behind.
Give me a stealth check. With advantage.
Get ready to go loud, Gallenford.
Gallenford is keeping him busy.
Right, using my extreme intelligence, I'm going to see if there's anything unusual with this setup.
Give me an investigation check. This setup seems to be almost identical to the ones you just found and similar to what you found in the clock tower, just on a smaller scale than the clock tower.
Stig will give Gallenford a sign saying that he's finished, and he will move away.
Okay. You need to leave. It's off limits.
Alright. Gallenford will turn around, start walking away, and just start singing, step by step. Yeah. Gonna take one step at a time.
The guard rolls his eyes and he just goes back to his post.
Looks just like all the other setups we've investigated tonight.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think. Everything seems normal yet suspicious.
Maybe we are just seeing things, seeing what we want to see. Maybe there isn't anything malicious about this festival.
I mean, I guess if I were to think back, they were very secretive about their grand finales back then too, and it was just a grand finale.
I'm used to living in Herman, where everything was messed up. But maybe this is just how they do things. God, I hope the other guys found something.
Do these markings, if we look at each building that's got the mark, does it look like it makes like a giant magic circle or rune or anything if you look at it on the map?
You can give me an investigation check. These all seem to be prime locations for the best fireworks display.
Okay, I don't think this has anything to do with anything weird going on.
I just picture us at the tavern having like the crayons that come with the kids' meals, and we're just drawing on this map going, no, that's nothing. Oh, what about this? No, that doesn't make any sense.
You all meet back up at the tavern, at the inn.
You guys find anything suspicious?
No, everything
Nope.
was a bust.
Well, I discovered it's not typical powder inside those fireworks. It's filled with this stuff.
Wait, it's what?
It's filled with this stuff. I'm not sure what it is. You see anything like it before?
I'll be honest, I was never too fascinated with how it worked. Just that it worked.
Can I take a little bit of this powder and just kind of like toss it into a candle and see if it'll spark in some sort of magical way or do some weird other thing?
See what happens when you ignite it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you going to do that, and exactly how much are you going to throw?
So if we're sitting around a table and there's a little candle on the table or whatever, I'm just going to take a pinch, like some, like a pinch of salt and just kind of flick it into the candle.
Okay. You take it.
And enough that if this was like black powder, it wouldn't like explode in our face. It would just pop or something. So I'm just saying little amounts.
Right.
So how much of the tavern gets blown up?
Okay, that's my question. Are you at the tavern or are you back in the room?
We'll do
the same thing.
Well, I think he's saying, are we in a table in the dining room or are we up in our rooms? I'm going to say we'll be up in our rooms just because this is kind of a private conversation.
Okay.
We can be in my room so it blows up.
All right. You light a candle. You take a bit, like you said, a pinch of salt. Everybody with you?
I'm assuming so. Anybody who wants to look at it with me or whatever.
I would take a step back.
Do it
I'll be
like
there.
the salt meme?
Oh, the salt meme where you sprinkle it?
Yeah.
You guys can all step back. I'm not scared of fire.
I'll be close to the window in case I need to misty step out.
I'm not scared, but I think Bucky should be placed somewhere else.
You grab a pinch, you throw it onto the candle, it ignites, and you see this bright white sparkle. It goes up into the air, and like this fine thread covers the table.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Sticky spider thread?
Give me a nature check.
Could I also make that check as well?
Sure.
I'm also
I
proficient.
would
in
like
nature.
to also, just because it might determine a fear reaction.
You can anybody that in the room that wishes can make a nature check. Stig, Caradwin, and Nyx. This is spider silk.
And it's sticky, yes?
Yes.
Just that little bit. Imagine that all those fireworks loaded with this stuff exploding over the heads of the entire town.
It'll trap everybody, but what's the point of trapping everybody?
Wait, what do you mean?
So
Isn't it just...
Go ahead.
What is it?
I'm assuming you guys told us it's spider silk.
Yes.
Gallenford is just frozen in fear, motionless.
So yeah, this would cover the entire town.
That's in all of them?
I only checked 2 or 3, but it was in every single one of them. Assuming it's in all the fireworks, is gonna get sticky.
The fact that it was in one, even one, is suspicious.
Chris, I know I don't have a lot of this powder, but I really want to make a spider silk grenade now.
You would have enough to try to make a grenade, if you so wish.
I think that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Even if I get a little bit of sleep, I really want to make one of those now.
Stig will take the little bit he has on his fingers and see if it burns like normal spider silk.
It doesn't burn. It's feels like ice. Like it's cold. Like it snowed onto the table.
So this isn't actually spider web silk. It's like instant, like
It's
flash
fake
freeze.
spider silk from the winter court, I'm sure. Gallenford, does the Winter Court have some sort of ice spider?
Stig is trying to discern like how to remove this restraining material.
Would I recall any special or unique spiders from the Winter Court to fear?
You can give me a nature check. There are unique Fey spiders, you believe, that are in the Winter Fey that has a similar silk to this that you've heard of.
None that show any intelligence, though, right? I mean, like talking or anything creepy like
No,
that.
they're beasts.
There, there are a few over there. I never experienced them. Oh wow, this can't be happening. So, instantly regretting the thoughts of going to those other locations outside of town.
What is it, Gallenford?
I'm not a fan of spiders. I'm just saying there better not be no giant spiders somewhere hidden in town.
Spiders I can handle.
Spiders are completely different out here. I mean, there's some that teleport. That's just creepy.
Creepy. Sounds like sport.
Let me see that map again with all the markings.
Mason's gonna start experimenting with Stig about, about how to the best way to cut and destroy these webs, fire, cutting, any sort of magic like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Gallenfer is going to make note of all the locations that the fireworks are meant to go off. Those are the areas that will probably be most heavily obscured with these webs, which means that's where we should avoid. Well, actually, now we should mess with those to make sure they don't go off. Why would you think that, Nix?
Oh no.
They do seem to like your brother more than you.
Just seems like something. Because your mom kept saying that they were going to bring somebody back. Protect somebody. I don't know.
Gallenford, if you think we need to do something, you better do it. We're running out of time.
I know we've gone through the papers and stuff, but going through it again with this powder in mind, is there any indication on where they might have gotten it from, or spider silk kind of clues?
No, there's no. You don't know where this came from specifically. They just from the papers you have and all the clues you gotten, is most likely came from the Winter Fae realm, but there's no hard evidence flat out saying that yes, this is where it came from, or how they got it.
So last night. So what does everyone feel like we should be doing?
Well, I think the best option would be to go and sabotage all these fireworks.
Is there a pattern to the locations on the map?
Stig will wave that away, saying, "No, Gonford and I already thought of that. We couldn't discern any pattern."
Yeah, see? And I'll show you the map as we were trying to sketch out lines to compare.
It is a children's drawing of. It is just like script, like 8 different colors, scribbles.
All I notice is now these are spots to avoid, but do you see anything we don't, Caradwin?
That's what I'd like to figure out. I don't know if there's anything else here that we're missing.
You can give me an investigation check, Caradwin, if you're trying to discern this child's map. Yeah, there's no arcane sigil or anything like that. Again, you just believe that these are prime locations for the fireworks show.
Even in like other languages, they don't like make an infernal rune or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
How's this, Gallenford Mason? If you why don't you see what you can do about sabotaging the rest of the fireworks? Caradwin, Nyx, if you would assist me, and we can try and discern how best to counter this substance, if they've got a backup.
Yeah, I can work on identifying the substance. I don't know, Mason, I guess Mason is better served rather than identifying how to make
Mason's
an antidote.
I think Mason's the only one here that actually knows how to handle explosives.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's better served going with them and doing the sabotage.
I give the I've been around explosives, but it was never my job to handle them directly. But
I just hit things.
I guess that does make me more qualified than others.
Certainly more qualified than me. I cause explosions, and that's very easy to do.
You went to school with Jason, and Jason had those little screwy kids, those little fire.
I didn't go to school with Jason. He was a buddy of mine that I met in I can't remember the name of the city, but yeah, I may have not have had a whole lot of experience with explosives, but it sounds like we've got more experience than the rest of you. So I guess I'm it.
So Mason, if you go, you won't be able to make your grenade.
Yeah, I kind of put that aside to. That's one of those things I build when we have off time back at the tower.
Side project.
Besides, this will give me an opportunity to grab a lot more of this material stuff.
Trying to figure out what's best role I would have in sabotaging, but I definitely can't be spotted as wearing my normal stuff. So I'm gonna.
Come on, Gallenford. You make it a habit of changing your appearance at will.
Just to be honest, I think my plan is I'm just going to point all the fireworks inside a building and then just try and explode them inside a building to try and keep it contained. That's pretty much my plan, because I basically want to expend their powder so that they can't just like reset them up tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll just be assisting in an all-black outfit to look like some wandering stranger.
Alright, so... yeah, we'll go ahead and separate, and I'll tell you my plan when we get closer.
Nyx, what are you doing?
Just brainstorming with them. I'm like, maybe I can conjure up like a minor elemental to help us. I don't know what kind of element, but some element's got to work against this weird ice silk.
I've always favored the wind. Maybe it will assist you.
We can blow it to the other side. Well, yeah, we can blow it somewhere else.
Alright, so you guys separate. Caradwin and Stig are staying back at the inn to figure out how to counter this spider silk. Nix, are you going with Galliford or Mason, or are you staying behind?
I'm not smart, so I'm gonna go with Mason and Alfred.
Okay. And you three head off into the evening to try to stop this fireworks display. And that is a little earlier, but we're going to end it right there. I think that's a very good ending point.